I'm building a platform on physical, mental, and spiritual discipline, yet some days I can't even do a basic leg exercise. Most people aren't held back by a lack of ambition. They're held back by this gap between who they are now and who they were made to be. And we all live in this gap, but the question we all have to ask ourselves is, where do we live in this gap? My name is Will, and this is the Steadfast Athlete. Some of you know me as Willie Barrels, my college baseball nickname, and I built an Instagram audience around hitting coaching, baseball content, and even before that, faith and fitness. But I want to tell you the real story and the whole story, because this channel, the Steadfast Athlete, didn't start with a business plan, and it didn't start with a content strategy. It started because something inside of me was broken. Before my senior season of college baseball, I had to leave the team. I didn't quit, I didn't get cut, I was passing out during my baseball workouts. My body was shutting down, and I had to make the decision, or my body had to make the decision for me, that I just couldn't keep going. Now, I always had a dream of playing professional baseball, and this decision ended that dream for me. Ever since I made that decision, in my whole adult life, I've had this question roaming through my head of how far could I have gone if my body could keep up with how hard I was willing to push myself. That question has stayed with me, but it's transformed quite a bit since then. Fast forward a few years, I'm building an audience, the baseball content is working, the account is growing, and I'm sitting there on the couch one day, scrolling through my feed, trying to figure out the next how to hit a baseball better post to make. And I just can't do it. Not because there's not content to make, but because I realized that's not what I was here for. See, people on Instagram, for the most part, want a quick fix, and a quick fix isn't usually going to lead to lasting results. But the problem wasn't there, it was deeper than that. It was that I wanted to make an impact bigger than baseball, bigger than my physical health or your physical health. Something I can only describe as that I was called to something bigger, something kingdom level. And it's the kind of impact that I want to make, that I feel called to make, that reaches a person's whole existence, not just their baseball swing. And that realization, it hit me pretty hard, and that's when I realized the Steadfast Athlete finally became real to me. Here's the part that I need you to hear, especially if you think I have it all figured out. I'm married now to Chloe, and we're talking about starting a family. And because of that, this year I've looked so much deeper into my health than I ever have before. Because the answers that I've been given my whole life just won't cut it anymore. I want to be healthy before we start that family. I want to be there for Chloe. I want to be strong and physically present for my kids, not just that old guy that they have to take care of someday because I wasn't willing to do the hard work now. So here's what my body shutting down actually looks like in real life. Some days I'll just be at the gym doing an exercise, something I've done 100 times before, something I know my body's physically capable of, but it's an intense exercise. I can feel things starting to shut down. I feel my lungs tighten up. I feel my skin getting itchy. I feel my stomach starting to turn. I get lightheaded, and all the blood drains from my face. And I know that the next set, if I keep pushing, is going to make me throw up. It's going to shut me down completely, and I'm going to be done. Just pushing through makes it worse. And that feels really countercultural to a lot of what I believe in, a lot of what the fitness industry talks about. A lot of the, nobody cares, work harder, or you can just tough through things. Because most of the time, that mindset is actually true. It's way more true than most people think. That being said, when my body shuts down like that, it makes it even more frustrating to me, because that question that I've had my whole adult life pops back in my head. If my body could keep up with how hard I'm willing to push, where could I be? And the really hard thing for me is I still don't have a clean answer for why all of this happens. I've been going to my doctor my whole life. I've been walking out with the same answer: just manage it. And for a long time I did. I just managed it. But Chloe and I are talking about starting a family, and just manage it doesn't work for me anymore. So this year, I'm actually going after it. I don't have an answer yet, but I'm gonna find one. And here's the honest, almost embarrassing truth. If I got up right now, I don't think I could do a set of walking lunges without feeling like my body's gonna shut down and feeling like I'm gonna throw up. I'm building a platform on physical, mental, and spiritual discipline, yet some days I can't even do a basic leg exercise. I'm telling you all of this on purpose, and it's because this platform isn't about having arrived somewhere. It's about the pursuit. It's about being steadfast in the discipline on the days when your own body is working against you, and choosing to keep going anyway in whatever way you can. Everything that I do here comes back to one idea. Steadfast Self Leadership is the constant pursuit of understanding and living in physical, mental, and spiritual discipline. All three. Not just working out, not just mindset, not just faith, all three. Because I've seen what happens when you live in only one of those disciplines. You fall short of who you were made to be. When all three are working together, that's when you're living. I've believed this for a long time, but I could never put it into words until I heard this quote from the Impossible Life podcast. Discipline can happen in a vacuum, self-leadership cannot. Discipline happens in isolation. You can be disciplined by going to the gym every morning, but then you come home and you can be a bad husband. That's not self-leadership. You can be reading the Bible every morning and you have great spiritual discipline, but then you don't go to the gym, you don't work out, and you eat like crap, and then you've been a bad steward of the body you've been given. And that's not glorifying of God either. I've had people in my life. Self-leadership is when physical, mental, and spiritual discipline all come together. And that's what this is. Staying steadfast in the pursuit, especially on the days where it feels like you just can't do it, where it feels impossible. That's the mission. Through the Steadfast Athlete, I entertain and inspire others to grow through steadfast self-leadership so they can become who God made them to be. That includes you watching this right now. Whether you've followed Jesus your whole life, whether you've walked away from faith, whether you've never had a conversation about it at all, this isn't a place where you have to be done already with what you're pursuing. It's a place you're invited to become who God made you to be. I believe God has placed it on my heart to be a resource for people in that pursuit. Not because I'm the example of someone who has it together, but because I'm committed to being honest about the journey while I'm still in it. You're going to get all of it here. The fitness challenges and setbacks, the mindset work, the faith, the health challenges that I'm in the middle of right now, the lessons I learn along the way so that maybe you don't have to. I pray that you grow through this faster than I did. That's genuinely my goal. If this resonates with you, subscribe to the channel. That's the best thing you can do right now because everything that's coming is going to build on what we started here today. And if you want to go deeper, if you want to be the first to know when new content drops, get things I don't put on YouTube, and be part of what we're building, there's a link in the description to join the email list. That's where an even more personal community will live. Thank you for watching. God bless you. Stay steadfast.